Hey guys, welcome back to Innovation. Today we're going to be checking out the Advantage Ebike rack from Heininger. This is a rack that is rated for 200 pounds, so pretty much most of the e-bikes out there that you guys are riding. And we want to look at this, compare it to some of the other racks that are out there. You know, price-wise, pretty on par. Spec-wise, pretty on par. So we'll go ahead and see how she handles. We're going to go through the process of installing it, getting the bikes up here, and then we're going to take it for a little test drive. So let's get into it. So we've assembled the rack. It's laying right here, you can see it. We're gonna see how easy this thing is to put into our 2-inch receiver on the back of the old Subaru. So let's see how that goes. Now, this is a little bit of a heavier rack. It comes in around 75 pounds. So definitely not something that is easy breezy, but it is designed to handle up to 200 pounds, 100 pounds a slot. It's harder to see. There we go. All right, so the next, we're gonna check it, make sure it's all lined up. It's not even close. Not even close, I tell you. So we go ahead and pull up on this lever. Allow us to get to that second position. So I'm gonna let it go. That way when we do get it level, it'll snap down into the spot it's supposed to. Check, see where we're at again. I don't think it's gotta go in there a little bit further. A little too far. And that should be pretty much squared up. We'll go ahead and head down there, get you a close-up, and we'll see what it looks like under there. All right, now that we got the holes lined up, I'm gonna take my 24 millimeter here. Use 24 millimeter, 5/16, 15/16, excuse me. Crank it in. There we go. Now it's in. Slide our pin clip in. Kaboom. Now she's locked in. Now there is an option for this foldable ramp, which you can see right here. You can get it with or without it. So we're gonna do one bike with, one bike without. The first we're gonna do is gonna be the Discover 2 from Veltrix. So let me grab it real quick and then we'll throw her up here. And actually before we do that, we do want to prep our cradles here. Take off our tire straps. That way we're not putting the bike on with them. And now we are prepped and ready to go. Now this guy right here, this is movable. So you loosen it, you can move it around. Now, Discover 2 is probably right around here, but basically we're gonna put it on there. You wanna be as far or farther forward than you think, that way we can adjust it later on. So go ahead and grab the Discover 2 and we'll get her up there. All right, so basically what we'll do is we'll pull up, we'll pull that back brake a little bit. We can set the wheel right up in here. Basically just gonna push it forward, keep it nice and straight. And we're gonna sink it down in this wheel well. And actually, this is a bit too far forward, or it's a bit too far back. I'll hold the front brake, loosen this. Now once you have it for your bikes, then you won't have to move it. All right, so we're there in the front cradle. We still got some space in the back, so go ahead and loosen it. Kind of kick it back a little bit. Tighten her up. And the first thing that I'm gonna do is our pole here. You can lean the bike, or you can actually take these guys off. But I'm gonna lean it for this one. Put it on there. Put our strap around here. Man, oh man, is it hot out here. Cinch it up. And now the bike's sitting there, and then we can go and actually put on our straps for the tires. Go ahead and do the front tire first. Although I am not sure it really matters in what order we do it. The only thing we want to make sure that we are not getting on that spoke, so it's putting a little pressure on that spoke. Kick that back. Get that one in. Over here. I'll adjust that so it's over the rim. Slide that in, and boom. Discover 2 is in here and ready to roll. Now before we get our rack for a mock wheel, The rack's gonna slide in right here, but obviously this is kind of in the way. So what I've been doing is I'll just loosen this, and you just actually pop this right off the top. Then I'll also make it easier to come up along the side of the bike. And that way, that leaves this open, and then our arm's free to move up and down to get into a good position. And let me snag our ramp, and I'll show you how that goes in. All right, so it's pretty straightforward. Our ramp's just gonna unfold those 2 notches right there, slide right in there, and boom. Got a nice secure connection, and as we put weight on it, obviously it's just gonna be even more so secure. So we'll go ahead and grab the mock wheel and get her up there. Now, similar like the other side, we're gonna go ahead and prep our wheel straps here. And that's probably a good spot, so we'll start right about there. Now, the easiest way to do this is make sure that both the front and the rear tires are pretty much lined up before you get going. Otherwise, you just push up the ramp, a little bump there, and into our cradle. And yeah, this front or this back one here actually wound out to be pretty much perfect. Then go ahead and snag our other thing. Don't do that. Don't set it up there like that. But forgot to grab this. Let's go ahead and prep this bad boy. We're gonna pull this pole up, slide it right here to where it is level with the seat. Gotta lean that a little bit. That should be a good spot right there. Tighten her up. And then I'm grabbing onto the seat post. You can grab onto different parts, the frame. I think that's what's nice about having the adjustability, is you really get to decide kind of where you want to grab it. We'll tighten it up. And now it's up there all by itself. So the next thing we'll do is go over here to our wheel straps. Now, similar to the first one, it's a little close to the spoke for me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and rotate this wheel back just a smidge. That way I'm just putting pressure, all my pressure, right on the rim. Maybe back just a little smidge there. All right, so we got that one. Then we'll head to the back and do that one as well. Kaboom. Now they're both locked in, ready to roll. Now before you take off, there's a couple things you want to do. I always go ahead and put this safety pin back in. That way this can't jump out. I don't see a situation where that's going to happen, but just in case. Make sure you've removed the ramp. That's a big one. And you just want to give them a firm little shake. And make sure everything is nice and tight here. Nice and tight here. This is super hot, so I'm going to set this down. Yow. There you go. Checking our seat post connection there's. Checking these guys. And all in all, she is ready to go. And as far as movement goes, that really is not a lot for a bike rack. So. And that is going to do it for our review on the Advantage rack from Heininger. If you want one of those, there'll be a link down there in the description. And if you have any questions for me, or you want to know what sort of bikes I've taken on it so far, or any other questions, let me know down in the comments below. I love talking to you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.